Camera guy, focus, focus. Right, you working?
Yeah, yeah.
Good, right. So camera guy, I was not thinking about anything, but a thought came to me. So what does this mean?
Nothing.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. This world of chaos, as if some people work in shift from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. They're hurting and distressing people, and the other shift from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And the world never stops spinning. And there is no time limit for praying. So camera guy, what would you like to say to the recently married couple expecting their first newborn child and about discovering the Lord now?
It is very important to discover the Lord, because if you want to have a happy marriage, you must follow the Lord's direction and not your own understanding of things. Because if you follow your own understanding of things, it could lead you astray.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
But we come here to talk about
So
bike.
at this time now, some of the viewers might say, look, you ain't talking about motorbike. So I'm glad that they bring that up. So motorbike riders could be the newer riders, or the elder ones will probably know. When you're riding your bike and you're about to slow down, to stop, you're not supposed to pull your front brakes with all 4 fingers and suddenly or hard. Although it might be an emergency stopping in a situation, because anytime you put all 4 fingers and you pull those front brakes within 1/10 of a second hard, the rider weight and part of the motorbike weight does not able to transfer down through the front shocks to compress and transfer the weight through the rim and the tire to make contact on the ground. And again, it is just lock up and slide out, like wash out, and the rider does fall. And when bikers come around to see, the road dry, like biscuit and clean and clear. No sand, no debris, no dust, no water, no oil, nothing. So again, you cannot tell riders what to do, but I don't ever use so. I just have 2 fingers on my handle covered and 2 for pulling and engaging the front brakes. And I just train myself over the riding, slower pulling off the brakes, and of course I covering the back brakes here as well together to slow down if it's in a short emergency stopping space. And then within a few feet you start to pull more. Within a few feet of riding up, you can increase your pressure to pull the front brakes more, where the front fork will be compressing, which is a good sign. But you don't want it to over compress to loop over as well. So that is what I wanted to say on that. So for riders, if I say it wrong or you have to correct me, feel free to comment about that. And at this time, I would like to mention the late EC or Karim from Monroe Road. A few years back, I did little business with him. And I also want to say I got great after sales service from buying a product from him. And at that time, I could have depended on him in the past. Very few people in the world today, or in my circle, that I could say that about. Plain talk. How much people you view in this video? You could say, you know this, if it's a woman, my lady friends, I could depend on them. Or if it's the guys looking on right now, or young adults in university, or now on your first job, that they could say, you know, I could depend on this person. How much people could do that? This guy here is one of them I could have depended on in the past. That's a mental note. I must always keep that with me. I would like to acknowledge now to all bikers who still ride motorbike, well, in Trinidad and Tobago and I guess the Caribbean. Because I met a guy from St. Vincent recently. So I wanted to say hello to him. So I want to say, Riaz from Caroni, hello to you. Pete, Cable Guy Michael, Ben, Joseph, Gopal, Richard from Chin Chin, Harry from Rangwes by Gears Shop, Andrew from Belmont, other friends now, Shiva from the Barracourt area. You have a transport vehicle. Hello to Shiva and his sons. Bob from Bamboo Settlement number 2. One of the best DJs and he's a good cook. Hello Bob. And now Mukesh Baburam, a person with a great personality and a laughter second to none. And before we close on this short little video, and again riders, do your research on pulling this front brakes. That's a serious thing. Camera guy is like most times throughout the year there's a school vacation, a break period. What would you like to say to the school generation on vacation, and sometimes they have both parents working? So
Yeah, you stay away from any kind of substance that will make you cough or make you throw up.
okay. Because a bad habit is hard to break, you know. So why not build good ones? Keep away from negative or bad friends with wrong, terrible influence. Okay, so at this point, close with that.